Star Jammer.
Welcome back to No Man's Sky. This is Starjammer, and we're going to go over a few things that I kind of left out on purpose. Some would say they're spoilers, but here they are. We're going to go over hyperdrive, hyperspace, show you what it looks like, wormholes, how to find them, what it does, exosuit upgrades, transmission beacons, that sort of thing. I know I spoke about how you might find a crashed ship and upgrade your ship that way using the transmission towers. So we'll go over what they look like and where to find them. And the remote control calls, whether it's at a trade center or just one of these things that are randomly placed at the landmarks, and it's called Interact Call Ship. How convenient. So we need one bypass ship. So we'll go into our exosuit and craft a bypass ship. And it needs 10 plutonium and 10 iron. It's pretty simple. So once we have that, we can look at it and it will call our ship over. Voila! It has remotely called our ship. So if you ever get stuck where your ship will not move without it self-destructing, like at the entrance of a cave or something, this is a perfect way to get yourself out of that bind without getting a new ship. Alright, here we have a good example of a trade outpost or something where I do remote calls with the landing pads. Now I'll show you guys by landing off the pads here on the ground. No, it's too high to jump. Alright, so same thing, bypass ship required. So we'll go into our inventory, grab the bypass ship, plutonium, iron, and now we should be able to call our ship. So there's two different ways that you can call your ship remotely if you ever need to. So right now we're just cruising around at low altitude, and I apologize for the lag that's coming across, but it's in the recording software, not in game. The game runs fairly smooth with this system I have, but I wanted to point out this little triangular shaped building in front of me here and talk to you about exosuit upgrades. So if you're flying around low altitude, you're going to, if you're flying around low altitude, you're going to find these guys scattered around planets, and they are your exosuit upgrades. They look the same on every planet. They're just a triangular shaped building with a blue glowy shield thing on one side. There's usually, as usual, a save marker that you can use to save your progress before you log off. But so let's upgrade our exosuit. Now it increases by 10,000 each time you do an upgrade. I have 39 slots, or it's offering 39 slots, I'm not sure, we'll see. 260,000 credits. Now if I go back, so it was offering 39 slots. And now I have an extra slot on my exosuit. And that is how you upgrade your exosuit. It's the only method I know how so far in the game. So to engage your hyperdrive, you want to be able to see the asteroids outside of the atmosphere of the planet. So once you've gotten far enough away from the planet where you're seeing these asteroids, you should be able to go into hyperspace. So you go into the galactic map view and select which sort of waypoint you want. Now this is a waypoint I believe is the Atlas giving you where to go, and you can see the faint line indicating what the path is. And the bright star that you see there, that is the center. So it's not really, this one's not really direct to, now I don't know where it's taking you, but I want to use the path towards the galactic core. So now I have an orange line that's faintly showing the direction I can take. Now I have to use my joystick, and I'm on an Xbox controller, by the way. Current position is 127,000 light years from the center, a straight line. Now, one system over, I am still 127,000 light years away. I have traveled 29 light years by going to this star. Now, my hyperspace has been, my hyperdrive rather, has 2 upgrades, which allows me to jump a few more systems than just one in a single sitting, and it'll only use 20% of my fuel. Anytime you make a jump with your hyperspace or hyperdrive, it will use 20% of your fuel. So I'm just going as far as I can until I no longer have any lines to jump across now. I don't want to go back. So this one has 2 planets. It's a linear distance of 521 light years. It's still 127,000 light years from the center. So as you can see, it's many hyperspace jumps to the center. We'll get into wormholes and how they are slightly better in this manner in just a few. And this is hyperspace in No Man's Sky. You'll be seeing a lot of this screen, as I was saying. 127,000. We're still in the 127,000 mark after that jump of 5 or 6 systems I didn't count. And when you come out of hyperspace, you typically always come out beside the space station of the system that you're going to. So it's very easy for you to go into the space station right away and see what the good prices are for materials in this system. So when you're looking for your crashed ship signals and locations, you're going to want to seek out these lightsaber looking lasers that are pointing into the sky. And by using a bypass chip that we've already made, we can check out a number of different things. And the transmission is usually where you're going to pick up the crash ship signals. So when you come across these, check out these transmission signals. And if you're lucky, you'll come across a crash ship. We'll see what we get on this one. And that's another beacon. So if we go there and also go to a transmission, we might pick up a crash ship. So we've reached our destination, and then we're going to interact with this waypoint, and it's going to give us another transmission location. So let's see which one it is. And it's an outpost. Okay, so in this scenario it didn't work out for us, but this is kind of how you'd go about trying to find a crash ship. On occasion, you're going to see these space anomalies that you pick up right away when you come into a system. They're going to be just a circular structure, quite small, and they're always going to look this way. And if you fly into it, as we're about to do, this is how you gain access to wormholes. The autopilot picks up as it would when you approach a space station entrance. Now in different positions, I'm assuming randomly, these two characters will always be in this room. This one over here will talk to you about a upgrade or blueprint, etc., based on achieving certain goals. Now, this one here, I can't progress past this because every time I see this guy at different anomalies, he's looking for extreme survival level 3 or above. I'm not exactly sure what he means by that, but I can't progress to the next level of help from this dude. I've gotten up to this point where it's, you know, learn 3 words of a certain language or kill this many sentinels, and that's the achievement to get whatever this guy's offering. So it leaves you with this guy, and he'll offer you a number of things. None of it costs you anything, I don't think. So 8 exploration, shortcut to the center, and resume path of the Atlas. So I've always picked shortcut to the center, and he locates a black hole for you, aka wormhole. So let's go out and see the black hole. As you get out of the star station, you'll notice that there hasn't been any changes. But if you go into the galactic map, as such, and wait a moment, it tells you you detected anomaly. And it automatically gives you the waypoint and sets you up on your way to the black hole. And it's the far right marker up top. So we'll just go through the motions of selecting our farthest point. And we're able to get to the black hole with our upgrades in one single jump. Now it's normal hyperspace trip for now, as you can see, and it's basically another system. I forgot to look at the number of planets, but there's at least 1 or 2. And there's the black hole, aka wormhole. So to go back in the galactic map here, this particular system, oh, I guess it doesn't tell you how many planets it has. I've only ventured on the planets at the black hole system once before, and there was nothing different about the planets. So if you're expecting something fancy, it's just your random generated planets, I believe. But so we'll just fly to the center and see what happens. Alright, It seems to have thrown us in a random system. How surprising. If we do a scan, though, that tells you straight away, okay, 134,000 light years. Now, when I did my scan, I just picked up a random location, as I normally would, on a planet, and that one's an abandoned building. So it says we traveled 134,000 light years. Well, how is that possible? We only had 122 left to go. So what the theory is on some forums is that it throws you to the opposite side of the center or a random location, and that's how it gets the 134,000 or whatever it says. So as you can see, we're still 120,000 from the center, so it's only taken us 2,000 light years. So it saved us 4 trips, give or take, through hyperspace, which isn't a whole lot, but I mean it adds up after you've done this 30,000 times. So now that we've unraveled the mystery of the wormhole and black hole travel, I don't know if you caught it when we got into this system, but there is a device on the ship that's now damaged. From what I can tell, it picks a random object in your ship's arsenal of upgrades and boost to your items, and it damages it. So this one, the beam impact tau was damaged, and it requires thaumium-9, copper, and carbon to repair, all of which we have because we're fully stocked. So we're just going to repair that, and the consequences of traveling through the black hole / wormhole are averted. So that concludes this second part tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Follow me on Twitter at StarjammerYT, or send me an email if you have a request at starjammermail@yahoo.com. I hope you have a great night. Bye. I was just stopping at this planet and to get some more Iridium for fuel, and just wanted to show you guys how really cool some of these planets can look, all randomly generated through formulas. It's kind of neat. Like, if nothing, this game is just an exploration, space, scenery game. It's not really much more than that. And as I was saying before, it's got really no multiplayer features, chat included. But yeah, I mean, wow, just look at it. It's pretty neat.